about preventing illness, and that's where vitamin D comes in. Vitamin D is also known as the sunshine vitamin. How do you know if you have low levels of vitamin D? Most people don't. Sons of Liberty, our regular sponsors of CBD, have been working with a group of scientists to create this patent-pending spray vitamin. 5 sprays contain a whopping 15,000 IUs of vitamin D3. It's instantly in your bloodstream, providing amazing protection against illness, and the taste is amazing. Protect yourself and your loved ones this season with this great-tasting vitamin D3 spray from Sons of Liberty. For my listeners only, GoSonsOfLiberty.com is offering a discount of 15% off every product when you use the code WAR15 at checkout. Please support veteran-owned, service-disabled, small business. GoSonsOfLiberty.com. Make the healthy choice and choose GoSonsOfLiberty.com. Use code WAR15 to get up to 15% off. GoSonsOfLiberty.com. Hi, it's Wayne Alaroot, and I want to tell you a real story. A husband and wife were driving home from dinner. While stopped at a light, they were suddenly surrounded by an angry mob, and the mob forced open the driver's side door, attempting to drag the husband from the car. But he reached for his Hero 2020 non-lethal weapon. He shot his attacker twice in the chest, unleashing a powerful chemical pepper irritant, forcing the attackers to back off, and the couple escaped safely. No bullets were fired, no lives were lost. I know how training and preparedness makes the difference. I've seen and reviewed many guns and self-defense products, and the Hero 2020 is one of the easiest to use, carry, and conceal. Plus, it saves lives. Hero 2020 is a high-powered, award-winning, non-lethal defender. That's why I have one in each of my cars and in multiple rooms of my home and office. To order your own Hero 2020, visit Hero2020.com. Use coupon code WAR for a special discount. Hero2020.com. That's Hero2020.com. State law restrictions may apply.
Water. It's essential to life, but it's also something that so many of us here in America take for granted. Imagine how different your life would be without access to clean water in your home. What if you had to walk to the nearest creek, stream, lake, or pond to get water? Suddenly, going to work and school wouldn't be an option because you and your children would have to spend your days collecting water. This is the day-to-day reality of most families living in the world's poorest countries. But what if I told you that you can change that reality for just pennies a day through our water projects? Food for the Poor is working to meet the need for water in 17 impoverished countries. But it won't happen without you. Incredibly, it only takes $15 to provide a child access to clean water for life. $15. Decades and decades of access to water for a child. Give the life-changing gift of water now. Just text USA Radio to 91999. Text USA Radio, all one word, to 91999.
Raw and Well, right here, boys and girls, we made it to Hump Day. Doggy, I love Hump Day. Go ahead and check out your menus for today. Starting things off in Hampton. Looks like for breakfast, it's a sausage and a biscuit, or you can have a donut stick. I like donut sticks. Fruit and then milk or juice. Lunch in Hampton, gonna be chicken strips and garlic toast, tiny whole potatoes, lima beans, and fruit. Yum, yum. Moving on over to Bearden for breakfast. It's a super donut! Cheese stick, fruit, and juice. Lunch in Bearden is loaded tater soup and a grilled cheese sandwich, fresh carrots, ranch dip, and fruit. Out in Harmony Grove looks like for breakfast. Gonna be French toast sticks, syrup, and fresh fruit. Lunch in Harmony Grove is beef vegetable soup, raw broccoli, raw carrots, cheese sandwich, applesauce, and fresh fruit. If you don't want that, eat a salad. Candy Fairview pre-K breakfast look like blueberry muffin, fruit assortment, and cold milk. K through 5, blueberry muffin, fruit assortment, orange juice, apple juice, and milk. And middle and high schoolers, that's right, you get a choice. Pop-Tarts, cereal, blueberry muffins, ham and cheese croissant, fruit assortment, orange juice, apple juice, and milk. Pre-K lunch, we're talking about fried chicken, a dinner roll, mashed taters, diced pears, cold milk. K through 5 on the lunch menu, fried chicken, dinner roll, mashed taters, black-eyed peas, baby carrots, fruit assortment, diced pears, and cold milk. And middle and high school, that's right, you got a choice. Fried chicken or meatloaf. Dinner roll, black-eyed peas, mashed taters, fresh broccoli, fruit assortment, diced pears, and cold milk. Well, that's what we're feeding you on a hump day. Hope y'all have a great day with your menus. I'm JJ. and Festus.
coffee, bro.
Meatballs!
Why is he always making meatballs?
Today it's cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
It is National Meatball Day.
National Meatball Day.
Great! Bring some meatballs!
Celebrating the meatball today because it is National Meatball Day.
I'm making meatballs.
Ooh, meatballs.
We're meatballs?
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
It's showtime! Wake up! That's a spicy meatball.
What's the matter, you, huh? You're not making it spicy enough.
I love my spicy meatballs, man. We were discussing that earlier, and I figured I better get off the subject. Otherwise, I'll be making meatballs tonight.
Yeah, but do you make it Italian meatballs, or do you make the other meatballs?
I make all meatballs.
But you always make them taste of Italian.
Yes. Always.
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 That's my boy.
Good stuff, man. I'm going to do jalapenos in the middle of them next time.
No, it's not Italian.
No, it's Italian with a Texas twist.
Yeah, no, that's not Italian. You ruin the meatballs is what you do.
No. You just take that Italian sausage and you just shove that jalapeno right in there. Oh, that'd be good, man. I'm telling you.
Nah, I'm passing.
Dark Bryce running like a little girl.
Dude, I don't mind the heat. I just want to be able to taste the food, too.
Jalapenos aren't hot. Jalapenos are easy. What's the matter with you?
I'm gonna make it at a hotter pasta.
Morning, Doc. How are you?
I'm good.
Let's see. What are we doing this morning? Anything?
Kelly and I are recovering from last night.
Yeah, how was the show?
It's good. I did not know that I have him in rotation on my bumpers.
Oh, Tab Benoit?
Yeah.
How could you not know?
I never knew. I just never made the connection.
We discussed that the last time you were, or he was in town.
I don't know because I didn't realize it until I saw it come up in rotation.
Right.
That I have one of his songs that's cut into a bumper. It's called Crust Cut Saw.
Oh, okay.
And, God, I've had that thing since 2000, that bumper. So, I mean, that bumper goes way back.
Tab Benoit was one heck of a performer, man.
Yeah, I didn't realize he's been around that long.
I was so looking forward to the show, and my wife ended up a little under the weather. And, all right, she's a lot under the weather, so I ended up getting to stay home and take care of sick people instead.
Well, it's pretty funny because I'd posted that I was there, and then I had other people posting or commenting on my post, letting me know which seats they were in. I was like, hey, look for me, I'm over here. I'm in these seats over here. I'm over in these seats.
Hey, Doc!
But, man, it was great, though. He's really personable.
Oh, he puts on one heck of a... You went last time with us, didn't you?
No, this was my first time.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay.
I ended up having to do something else or was doing another show or something. But, yeah, I loved how he kept flipping back and forth between blues and Cajun. And then I'm like, because I'm in the mood for some blues because I'm thinking I'm going to a blues show. And then he starts doing some Cajun. I'm like, no, I want some Cajun now. And then he switches it on me.
Well, yeah.
And goes back to blues. I'm like, oh, man, now I'm into blues now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can float.
But I lost it, though, when he did Albert Collins.
Oh, yeah?
Too Many Dirty Dishes.
Right.
Oh, man, I was out there in that crowd, just reacted to it, and there said, too many dirty dishes.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
And he even scrubbed the dishes on the guitar strings, just like Albert Collins used to do.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
So he didn't do that the last time he was here. So.
Oh, man, I lost it, though. But Albert Collins, though, did this one thing that he didn't do, where he could actually make the water sound pouring.
Oh, okay.
On his guitar. And then he'd scrub it.
Well, you got to love that.
Well, Tab just went right into the scrub. He didn't pour no water.
Yeah, we ain't got time for water.
It's a 7.5-minute song. We got time.
Whiskey in your water. All right, guys and gals, it's time for the Round Table, brought to you each and every weekday morning by our buddies at Flaming Pig Barbecue. Flaming Pig has got a bunch of fundraisers coming up, man, and they're going to be working with the Sparkman Raiders and the Harmony Grove Hornets and, just all sorts of things going on. The best way to keep up with them, on Facebook.
Follow
because, they post pretty much everything.
Like them.
Yep, like them, post them,
Share
follow
it.
'em.
Share it.
Yep, love it.
So let everybody else know. Don't keep.
870.
Oh.
Yeah, 818-5984 for catering.
I was going to say, don't keep that all to yourself.
No.
If you know something we don't know, you need to share that.
Apparently, he's been doing a catering event the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, burn-ins were very, very popular yesterday.
Oh, well, I mean, burn-ins popular. Of
Yeah,
course they're popular, because we said they're popular.
Well, if he hadn't told us about them, they would never have gotten popular.
It's just like that pecan coffee. Nobody was drinking that pecan coffee till I told everybody, I really
now
like
you
this
can't
pecan
keep
coffee.
that stuff on the shelf.
Who took the pecan coffee?
Right.
I have not seen pecan coffee on the shelf in over a month. Who is buying up all the pecan coffee?
I've been getting it over here on the other side of town.
Well,
so.
I'm going to have to start shopping on the other side of town because Walmart ain't got it. Max ain't got it. Somebody's buying up all my pecan. They leave all that crap coffee behind for me to choose from.
I may have who likes breakfast blend? What's
Tastes
that
more
all
like
about?
morning. Yeah. But yeah, we say that burn-ins are good, and then everybody's like, hey, these burn-ins are good.
Wow. Go look. Burn-in's
What?
pretty
Like,
good.
what? We lie to you?
Yeah, we do.
Well, we do tell you can't believe everything on the radio, but believe us on these burn-ins.
Yes. Good stuff. Good stuff. You can believe me right now. SAU Tech, they've got multiple job openings for you to have a career in higher education. You can also now apply online at sautech.edu. Go to careers, click on the job title you're interested in. After you view it, click the apply tab. SAU Tech, go Rockets! St. John's Place, 1400. You know, I heard that Dr. J was on the TV the other day.
He was on the TV.
He was on the TV. I think he was on Channel 11.
Oh, I thought she was going to tell me they started up their own TV station.
No, they'd probably be more popular that way, too.
I wouldn't put it past
You
them.
know, well, at least we could get local stuff on the TV. You know. Otherwise, people just have to listen to, you.
Why would they want to listen to me?
Well, you know, I mean, that's always the problem. St. John's Place, 1400 Highway 79, 167 bypass in Fordyce, Washington Nursing and Rehab, 1411 Country Club Road in Camden.
Yeah, buddy.
They are the choice for all your rehabilitation and long-term care needs. They provide award-winning short-term therapy services too. Call St. John's at 870-352-2104. Washington Nursing and Rehab, 870-836-4111. First Choice Family Care, 476 Hospital Drive in Camden, 870-800-9002. You know, choosing the right doctor for you and your family can be stressful at best. Let Dr. Smith and her staff take the pain away from that process. Go to myfirstchoicecare.com for a new patient packet. Then call them up, 870-800-9006. OCMC's Chemical Dependency Unit. Mrs. Roark in the house yesterday letting us know about the different ways that they can help you get through your struggle with addiction. You don't have to do it alone. They're there to help. All calls are confidential. 870-836-1289, 1-800-232-1289. Mitch Lowe's Body Shop, for auto body and collision repair, framework, glasswork, and refinishing. All accidents, large or small, Mitch Lowe's handles them all. Located in 2025 California. If you put it in the ditch, you better call Mitch at Mitch Lowe's Body Shop, 837-2560. Everybody's Antiques in El Dorado. 120 booths, 31,000 square feet. Corner Bradley in West Hillsboro and El Dorado. Shop them online at everybody'santiques.com or call 870-875-1444. Cabin Rural Health Services, they're a private, non-profit corporate. You know, they've got a great big facility over in Hampton. Oh, yeah, and it's wonderful, man. You can get it all done under one roof. You go in there, you got your eye doctor, you got your dentist, you got your doctor, you got your lab techs. I mean, everything's right there under one roof. Learn more about Cabin online, cabun.org, or just give them a call, 870-798-4299. Steel Deals Incorporated. They've been serving Washita County and the surrounding area for more than 30 years. Large industrial projects, DIY, crafting needs. Steel Deals has your material needs covered. Stocking a variety of pipe, I-beams, expanded metal, and sheet metals. If they don't have it, they'll get it. Stop by and pick the brains of the fabrication pros at Steel Deals today. Be sure and tell them JJ and Doc sent you. Steel Deals open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, 1615 Mount Holly Road in Camden. Call 870-231-5622. And by Stories Floor and Carpet Quality, you can count on since 1958. Stories has got that 6-foot wide boat carpet in stock. It's time to get your boat ready, man. They sell cleaning products for your flooring, too. Stories Floor and Carpet, 2004 Lorraine and El Dorado. Dial 870-862-9446. Got to take this break, man. You guys hang out. We'll be back.
It's time to check the Radio Works South Arkansas Community Bulletin Board.
The Ruby Snyder Ministry Center Food and Clothing Pantry and Thrift Store, located at 133 Haynes Avenue in Camden, is open every Tuesday from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. They are also now open on the first Tuesday evening of every month from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. The center is also now accepting clothing and food donations when they are open.
Local sports update.
Hello, sports fans, with a look at local games and scores. I'm Kelly Blair. On Tuesday, all the area high school baseball and softball games were canceled due to rain and wet fields. Harmony Grove Athletic Director Blake Williams said there are no plans at this time to make up either the baseball or softball games at Harmony Grove. Camden Fairview will have to make up their games against Warren, as they are 8 4A conference games. As for now, Camden Fairview will turn its attention to Watson Chapel, which the Camden Fairview baseball team will play today at 4:30. The game was moved from Friday to Thursday in anticipation for bad weather, and then was moved from Thursday to Wednesday because Chapel has another makeup game against Magnolia on Thursday. If today's game is able to be played, it will air on Fox Sports Camden 97.1 FM on your radio dial starting at 4:30. The Camden Fairview softball game will be made up on Thursday. In college basketball news, J.D. Note and Jalen Williams became the first Razorbacks duo to be voted to the All-SEC First Team by the league coaches since 1995, when Corliss Williamson and Scotty Thurman did it for Arkansas's defending national champion squad. The coaches' first and second teams included 8 players this year. Williams has also drawn 48 charges on the season and was voted by the coaches to the All-SEC All-Defensive Team. Todd Day and Lee Mayberry, as Arkansas seniors in 1992, were also voted All-SEC coaches in the Razorbacks' first season in the conference, but there was only one team with 11 players back then. Neither Note nor Williams were picked for preseason All-SEC recognition by the coaches or members of the media. Note and Williams were among 10 players who also received All-SEC recognition from the Associated Press media voters. That'll wrap it up for now with your sports update. I'm Kelly Blair. I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is sports.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. We are expecting mostly sunny skies throughout the day, with temperatures reaching near 60. Winds coming out of the north-northeast at around 5 miles per hour this morning. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low near 35. For Thursday, sunny and 67. Thursday night, mostly clear, overnight low of 40. Friday, we are expecting rain afternoon. It'll be partly sunny with temperatures near 64. Out of the Radio Works Weather Center, I'm JJ. Good morning, South Arkansas. It's time for the Ouachita River Report for Wednesday, March 9th. Starting out with the river in Camden, the current gauge reading is 8.17 feet. At Thatcher Lock and Dam this morning, the current gauge reading is 76.61 feet. And at Morro Bay State Park, the gauge reading is 67 feet. The completion of Blakely Mountain Dam and Lake Ouachita in the mid-1950s resulted in a total and permanent evacuation of a large portion of the upper Ouachita River Valley. As people sold their property and abandoned local communities, life in what once existed as an ordinary rural uplands Arkansas region transformed into an extraordinary experience. Blakely Mountain Dam was formally dedicated July 4, 1956, more than 30 years after Harvey Couch's announcement of plans to build a series of dams on the Ouachita River. Today, Lake Ouachita's 48,000 acres create one of the state's and the South's most popular lakes. Its picturesque setting and recreational opportunities provide not only enjoyment for thousands of people each year, but also significant economic benefits to the surrounding area. When partaking of the lake's many amenities, most never consider the upheaval that occurred as a result of the reservoir project's completion decades ago. The construction of 3 dams on the upper portion of the Washita River meant that the area would never be the same. Radio Works urges you to learn more and explore your river. Reliability of this forecast is based on current and forecasted river and weather conditions from the National Weather Service in Little Rock. Have a great week, y'all.
AAA is reporting that the national average of gas in the U.S. is more than $4 a gallon now, its highest point since 2008.
It cost me $111 to fill up my truck.
This is killing me.
Gas prices even higher.
Prices are up 54 cents from a week ago.
Come on, get higher.
Still no end in sight for rising gasoline prices.
Alrighty, we are back on the round table, and yes, the average price of gas has hit an all-time high.
Ridiculous.
We saw it at $3.99 going into El Dorado, and when we left El Dorado, the same city, after we went and enjoyed the show, it was $4.09 within a matter of hours, just like that.
Say boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Out go the lights.
Dang.
Boy, I'm here to tell you, national average for a gallon of gas jumped to $4.17 yesterday. The previous record set in 2008 was $4.11. If you adjust for inflation, though, $4.11 in 2008 would be $5.25 today.
Well, look on the bright side, guys. There's no mean tweets.
There's that.
No mean tweets. Congratulations, y'all.
We don't have some yabo up in the White House acting a fool and everything, telling people what's what and making insults and all that.
No, that other side cheated in the middle of the night after everybody went to bed and, thought the other guy had been elected president. And there you go. Congratulations.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah. Huh? So I hope we're enjoying what we voted for, because we asked for it and we got it.
Well, this is what happens when you vote against one person instead of trying to vote for somebody you think is actually going to do a good job. Because nobody back during the election that I found actually was really in favor of the guy who's in there right now. They were just against the other guy, if they were voting that way.
Yeah, it was just to get the bad, scary man out of the office. And they accomplished.
You mean the guy who ran the country like a business so that it would be profitable and everything would, we could go on the rest of the day about it.
Yeah, I sure do miss that Ross Perot. Now, looky here. This dog won't hunt.
This is all according to AAA, which tracks gas prices nationwide. The average for premium was up to $4.74 yesterday, and diesel hit $4.76. Now, obviously, a lot of it has to do with what's going on in the Ukraine. Mm-hmm. A lot of it, they say, has to do with what's going on in the Ukraine. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
It was going up already.
Yep.
All right. Now, the Ukraine gave them an excuse to jump 60 cents in a week.
I agree wholeheartedly.
That's just my take on that. Now, President Biden ordered a ban on Russian oil imports yesterday, so most people expected gas prices to keep on rising and keep on keeping on for quite some time. Only around 1% of the oil we use in the U.S. comes from Russia, but countries in Europe rely on it a lot more than we do. Site GasBuddy.com tracks this stuff too. They expect the average to be about $4.25 by May, and they say it won't dip below $4 again until November.
So now, JJ, you used to be a truck driver.
Sure.
I mean, at what point would have fuel prices, diesel and everything, would have had to get, I don't know, were you ever an independent truck driver, your own company, basically?
I owned my delivery service there in Dallas-Fort Worth for years. And, at that point, we were also in that 2008 gas crisis. Okay? So, I dealt with that.
Right.
When gas was encroaching $4 a gallon way back in the day. And, we were driving pickup trucks.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I was dealing with the unleaded side of it all.
Right. Not even diesel.
And, it was tough on us. But here's the key takeaway. Technically, I didn't pay for my gas anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That price gets passed on to the consumer.
Gotcha.
Immediately. All right, because your business owners, your CEOs, we're not going to take a pay cut.
Nope.
All right, I mean, that's just logistics.
Yep.
All right, reality being what it is.
Fact of life.
Your owners of your company and all of that. Now, your mom and pops, they may take it on the chin for a little while, all right, just to try to be the good people that they are.
Right, and then they're going to go up on their prices.
Well, I mean, you haven't got any choice.
To cover the cost of fuel.
Cost of doing business is the cost of doing business. And you've got to understand that. So there is no, it costs too much to conduct business. It may cost too much for you to conduct business with me.
Right.
But that's a choice that every company and each individual has to make in and of themselves. That's the only way that I can explain that in words that everybody can understand.
Well, I just wonder, Doc and I were talking about this coming back from the Tab Benoit concert last night. I just wonder when we get to a point that a lot of these independent truck drivers that can't fall back on companies or whatever, just park it. Just say, you know what, I can't make money doing business like this anymore. And I'm not just going to go out and do it, like you said, out of the goodness of my heart, for very long. I'm not going to do it just because I need a reason to get up at 3:30 in the morning and drive all day or anything. I can't make money at this, so I'm going to park it. I'm going to go on unemployment and everything until I can find a different job. And then we're going to have supply shortages.
Sure, that is always an option, but you also got to remember, we have a national shortage of truck drivers as it is right now.
Exactly.
We can't get drivers to go ahead and come to work as it is. All right, and we're training new drivers daily.
Right.
I mean, the truck driving industry is a booming industry. Yeah, all the drivers are saying, no, JJ, it's not booming. Well, yes, it is. It's a industry that is hiring.
Yeah.
All of the time. And one of the most unappreciated jobs on the planet.
Sure.
All right. I mean, it ranks right up there with McDonaldland drive-through operator.
Right.
Okay. I mean, you get
because the truck driver's always at fault.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
when they pull out in front of you 50 feet, and they expect you to stop that big rig on a dime, if you run over somebody, well, it was your fault, big old mean truck driver.
Chargeable accidents. These are the accidents that go against your record. The only way that a trucker can beat a chargeable accident is if the plugs are pulled and he's in the truck stop.
Yeah.
And then half the time, they're going to say, well, you shouldn't have parked there.
Right.
So, I mean, there's just no winning when you're a truck driver, all right? And, there went truck driving recruiting for, a bunch of people. But, it's true, and that was one thing that I learned after all those years. But the bottom line is the freight still has to move. So you're going to pay more for a gallon of milk. You're going to pay more for your gallon of gas. You're going to pay more, period. All right? I mean, a gallon of milk is already more expensive than a gallon. Well, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
All right? Who knows about tomorrow? But, gallons of gas and milk are going to be running about the same, it looks like, before long. And your loaf of bread's going to go up, and so is everything else. I bought a 5-pound chub of hamburger meat the other day, $4 a pound. Cost me $20.
Yep.
For 5 pounds of hamburger. Hamburger meat was 99 cents a pound. Everybody's like, how old are you, dude? Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going back a minute. You
right.
know what I mean? But, even at $2.49 a pound, it was $10 not too long ago.
Right.
For that same 5-pound chub. So, you've got to keep in mind, it's the trickle-down effect when it comes to driving and your fuel prices. That being said, it's not all because of the war in Ukraine.
Absolutely not.
All right, and to blame everything that's going on the war in Ukraine is just a way for the current administration to play a shell game with the American people.
Absolutely.
So you can jump in anytime you want there, Doc Bryce.
Oh, no, y'all are doing good on this one.
As far as the shell game goes, don't look at that man behind the curtain. We don't want you looking at that.
No.
All right.
And again, Doc and I were talking about this last night, driving back from El Dorado. All they ever look for, and I'm talking about the gas companies, is an excuse. Some tanker runs into an iceberg, way out there in the middle of the ocean or whatever. Pardon the pun, but on a global scale, that's a drop in the bucket, okay? I mean, I hate that we spilled a bunch of oil in the ocean and all that kind of stuff, but prices shoot up 40 cents overnight, because one ship all over the world, ran ashore or something like that. The supply in a chain is not affected that much, or anything like that. It's an excuse to drive it up. And once they drive it up, it takes forever for it to come back down. It doesn't come back down a tenth as fast as it goes up. And you already said they're anticipating November before gas prices start coming down.
See, the thing is, this is by design. It's got to be. Because when Trump was in office, he pretty much got us to the point to where we were energy independent and we were selling our own stuff. We had so much of it that we had plenty to use and we were selling off the rest. It's kind of like Bluebell ice cream. You eat all you can and we sell the rest?
Sure.
So that's what we were doing. Then Biden comes in and then turns around and undoes everything that Trump did, because most of the stuff that Trump did was through executive order. So Biden undoes all that and then announces that he's closing off all the Federal Reserves where the oil companies had been setting up to drill or already drilling, and then also shut down some other places where oil companies were set up to drill there. So by either shutting or limiting access to where the oil companies could get to here in America affected the overall pool of oil in the global market. So removing our presence from the market, or having a smaller presence in the market, is what caused the price to go up after Biden came in. Then you add the fact that you got Putin wants the deposits and stuff back that Ukraine has when it was under the Soviet Union, because the Soviet Union put infrastructure in Ukraine back in the day to run all that oil and everything. And so now Ukraine's figuring out how to make money and compete against Russia. And so Russia's like, oh no, we can't have no competition. So we're gonna take care of that. But when you look at it all, Biden's been pushing, well, the Democrat Party's been pushing this whole green plan, energy, green stuff, right? But the problem is all the green stuff is just out of reach with price. I mean, how cool would it be if you could get solar panels put on your house and, run solar panels, still be tied into the grid, and make money back, by turning your meter backwards like you hear all the time. But that stuff is really expensive to have that stuff installed. It's still price-wise out of reach, but it'd be cool to have. And I don't see anybody who would turn it down to sit there and say, no, I don't want any of that stuff. That's not worth it. But the problem is it's out of reach. Oil or petroleum is still cheaper. It's still the cheaper option. So instead of letting the market do what it does and let it flush itself out to where if green energy is going to be what it is and it's going to be compatible and competitive, then the price will come down to where petroleum is. But we can't do that, and we've seen it do that. We're just not there yet. So now, why not do it the opposite? Let's just drive the price of what's cheap up to match where we want to be. Instead of letting it come to us, we'll go to it.
I don't get into a lot of conspiracy theories, but it's almost like they don't want the American people to be able to go out and live their life.
They don't.
Because for 2 years, they just hammered COVID, even after what I see here in Arkansas. Now, I'm not paying attention to what's going on in New York or California or anything like that. But, here in Arkansas for months, half a year, I go to sporting events all over the place, watch it on TV, all that kind of good stuff. Nobody was wearing a mask. Nobody was, a lot of people put coronavirus behind them a half a year before Big Daddy Joe went on TV, a month ago or a few weeks ago and said, oh, by the way, coronavirus is over. You can quit wearing your mask. Glad you finally decided it, Bubba, because everybody else had already moved on a long time ago.
Well, we got a new
but it seems like they were trying to use coronavirus to control everybody. So now the coronavirus, no, we're not going to abide by that now. So they're just going to make it so expensive to go on vacation. Most families of 4 or 5 or 6 flat out can't afford it. I mean, how are you going to afford to eat out, a hotel, fuel to go on a trip to Florida or anything like that with the prices going the way they are? Because, again, fuel prices go up, everything else is going up. But you know what's not going up? Most people's paycheck.
Yeah, how's that $15 an hour working out for you now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, here's my other issue with this. Before a tanker leaves Mother Russia or anywhere else, all right, before it's even loaded, money's already transferred. Mm-hmm. All right?
Somebody's bought it.
Yeah, before it even gets loaded onto the boat, it's paid for, right?
Yeah, think of it like going to Sears and picking up that washer and dryer. You paid for it before it gets loaded.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to leave port with a, we'll sell it when we get there.
No, it ain't coming off the showroom floor.
That doesn't work that way.
Until transaction's completed.
So my problem with this is quite simply, in order to get a tanker from Mother Russia to the U.S. is 20 to 45 days. So everything that's been coming in for the last 10 days, we already bought, right? Mm-hmm. Why is the gas so much higher already?
Yeah, why are they going up on the price already?
That's what I was asking yesterday. If you, the fuel you've got right now in the tanks under the ground, right?
Yeah.
You've already paid for that, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't you still be selling it at that price that you paid before the new shipment? Because it's the new shipment that would be the higher price.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, you look it up online. It is 20 to 45 days to get a tanker ship from Russia to the United States.
Because look at it this way, and
that's what the shipping lanes run.
This is a perfect example, too, about what you're talking about. Back in the day when Obama was in office, remember jet fuel was going up, and American Airlines and Delta and everybody were struggling, and they were having to raise their prices to adjust for fuel and all this stuff. And here's Southwest Airlines over there just da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, free flights to Vegas.
And doing all these little special
$39
packages.
one way.
And it's like, wait a minute, why are they doing discounts while American Airlines and Delta and everybody else is jacking up their prices? And so, American Airlines and the rest of them are like, well, you have to understand, I mean, fuel's gone up. We got to adjust for that. We got to add to. We got to buy that fuel. Well, how come Southwest Airlines wasn't going through that? And come to find out, they bought their fuel on contract years ahead. So they ended up buying their fuel, I think, 10 years ahead of time,
right,
at a much lower price. So when the price jacked up for everybody else, they were still on that old price.
It didn't affect them.
It didn't affect them at all. So why is it when you go to the gas station, if they've bought that fuel already and it's still in the ground and they have not sold out yet, why do they get to jack the price up on that fuel that they've already paid for?
See, and that's my question, I mean, and again, the thought of banning Russian oil, which we have effectively done now.
Whatever.
That's 1% of the oil that we use in America. All right, 1%. But the thought of banning that 1% jacked up the price of gas 60 cents in a week, because we haven't gotten any of that higher priced oil yet.
How are you hurting Putin by making gas or a barrel of oil more expensive? How are you hurting him?
Yeah, well, I mean, because
now you've limited his customers, right? But now that the price is higher, he doesn't have to sell as much.
Well, I mean, the Europeans, they are dependent on Russian fuels.
Yes.
Natural gas and crude oil. And I've actually got an answer for you as far as, kind of why we import all the oil we do, if you're interested.
Go for it.
All right. So the way we do drilling here in the U.S. has a lot more regulations on it. Okay? Mm-hmm. So we've got all of these regulations about how we do business. We have a company, you might have heard of them, the Environmental Protection Agency.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
Yeah, these guys. And then we've got that other entity, OSHA. These guys make sure that we are compliant in the way that we do our drilling, our fracking, whatever. Okay? The way our refineries are set up, however, we can't do and process this higher quality oil. We need the dirty oil from overseas because that's what we are designed to process. Our equipment won't process the cleaner oils.
And we've got so many restrictions on refineries that the refineries can't update.
No, I mean, and well, there's no sense because we're all going to Teslas. Oh, and I had a thought on that too. Huh. So they want me to get this electric car, right?
Right.
Yeah. So the electric car is like $90,000, right?
Right.
And I mean, I'm not going to run right out and buy a $90,000 electric car because, number one, I don't have an extension cord that'll fit it.
I was going to say, at that price, why don't you just go ahead and get two?
Well, my thing is if you want me to go green today, I've got the solution.
Yeah.
Federal government buys Teslas for everybody.
There you go.
You turn in your current clunker, and you get a brand new Tesla.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh, the buyback program.
Yes, there you go.
Like
See?
when they did the junker
Yeah,
buyback.
well, I mean, we do it with guns, we do it with junkers, we do it with drugs. I mean, there you go. You want to solve the problem? Give me a car.
Yeah.
Give me the car you want me to drive.
And then they give you a low-end model basic.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just saying. If you want me to do it this way, now Biden says he's going to give you a coupon.
A voucher.
A coupon.
A coupon. All right, your coupon.
Just like the FCC did with your TVs.
Yeah,
we
that
switched
thing.
over from analog to digital. Yeah, that was a voucher.
Coupon.
To go towards a new purchase.
Yeah. I don't want no stinking coupon. I want my gas to be right back where it's supposed to be and everything to be hunky-dory peachy keen. That's what I want.
Yeah, because now I'm trying to figure out, not only is gasoline going up, what's my gas bill going to look like for heating?
Well,
and what's my electric bill going to look like?
You got to remember, it's the trickle-down effect. Now, in order for the electric companies to send you all of that wonderful electricity, they have to have a plant that produces the electricity.
Mm-hmm.
How do they produce electricity?
With gas.
Well, coal or natural gas.
The academic sense, they steam water somehow, but they have to have a heat source.
So, they've got to use these nasty, dirty fuel products.
Resources.
But we actually burn cleaner fuel than most other countries do.
Yes, and that's the point as to why we have to import and why we can't use our good old sweet crude that we get here.
But even still, putting our sweet crude on the market would still adjust the price down.
There was a technical term for all of that, and I had it pulled up earlier because I was going to share it with you guys. But it's basically we have sweet crude here in the U.S. And we're not set up to process that sweet crude. We're set up to process dirty crude, nasty crude,
nasty stuff,
bad stuff.
But even if we flooded the market with more oil, though, that would drive the price down for the other countries to buy, right?
And again, we can't because the rest of the world is behind us in terms of refining.
So they know how to refine the sweet crude?
No, the dirty crude.
They do dirty too.
Yes.
So they don't even know how to.
Oh, they know how, but they have to retool in order to do it. It's kind of like switching from natural gas to propane.
They just got to change the seals.
Yeah, you got to have that new little fitting, okay,
But that would cut into somebody's profits awfully bad when they.
Because you know these politicians, right? Because you've heard about Pelosi doing this stuff before. Because her husband is a hedge funder.
Yeah, that guy.
So they know that this stuff is coming, and they know how it's going to affect the market. So then they go and they buy this stuff up, or they short it, or they sell it off, and they make all this profit while they're sitting in office inside trading.
Yes.
So right now, there's politicians sitting up there in D.C. who are making a killing with these barrels going up.
Oh, sure. Yeah. And that's probably why they waited this long to go ahead and ban Russian oil. All right, has everybody got their stocks where they want them?
Yeah.
Okay, now we can ban Russian oil.
Yeah.
And
I'm just saying.
The most sobering thing about it, once all these prices go up, a lot of them are never coming back down.
It's probably not. Now, back in the day, I managed a gas station.
Yeah, I don't mean the gas prices. The gas prices have come down. I'm talking about everything else.
And you're absolutely right, but it all correlates. When I managed this gas station was right at the time where gas prices went from 99.9 to $1.19. For the first time in history, gas was more than $1 a gallon. And everybody's like, wow, dude, you're old. Yes, I am. But,
I'm thinking,
it was
wow,
at that
dude,
point.
is there a job that you haven't had somewhere along the line?
No, I've pretty much done everything. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up.
I see.
And here I sit.
So you just tried all of it, at least once.
Yeah, All right, guys and gals, we got to get out of here. It's the round table. Anybody got anything in closing?
No, we've probably made enough people mad as it is.
All right, good enough. I'm glad I was able to help. We're brought to you by Steel Deals. Steel Deals has been serving Washita County and the surrounding area for more than 30 years. Large industrial projects, smaller DIY crafting needs, Steel Deals has your material needs covered. Stop by the office and see why the real pros go straight to the source. Oh, and if you've got a project, the custom fabrication pros at Steel Deals can help. That's what they're there for. 1615 Mount Holly Road. Call 870-231-5622. Be sure to tell them that we sent you. We're brought to you by the Flaming Pig Barbecue. They have got a bunch of fundraisers coming up, man. Just go to the Facebook page. Find all the information. Find out where they're going to be near you real soon because they got places they're going to be starting this weekend. So you guys make your plans now. If you're interested in catering, 818-5984. SAU Tech, they've got multiple job openings too. If you want a career in higher education, you can now apply online at sautech.edu. Just go to careers, click on the job title you're interested in, and after viewing the job description, click the apply tab. SAU Tech, go Rockets! St. John's Place, 1400 Highway 79, 167 Bypass in Fordyce, and Washita Nursing and Rehab right here in Camden. They are the choice for all your rehabilitation and long-term care needs, and they provide award-winning short-term therapy services too. Reach St. John's Place online, stjohnsplaceofarkansas.com, or Washita Nursing and Rehab at washitanursing.com. First Choice Family Care. Dr. Jara and her staff will take the pain away from choosing a new doctor. It can be stressful at best, downright difficult at worst. 870-800-9006. Go to myfirstchoicecare.com. Follow her on Facebook. She's got a bunch of great information over there, too. OCMC's Chemical Dependency Unit. They'd like to remind you that you're not alone. Addiction is a tough thing to get through. Make the choice to be a better you. Call 870-836-1289 or 1-800-232-1289. All calls are confidential. Mitch Lowe's Body Shop, auto body collision repair, framework, glasswork, and refinishing. All accidents, large or small. Mitch Lowe's handles them all. Located in 2025 California. If you put it in the ditch, you better call Mitch at Mitch Lowe's Body Shop, 837-2560. Gotcha. We're brought to you by Everybody's Antiques in El Dorado. They've got 120 booths, 31,000 square feet, and room to grow. Shop them online at everybody'santiques.com or call 870-875-1444. Cabin Rural Health Services, they are a private nonprofit corporation developed to provide the affordable care that you need in 8 different counties of rural South and Southwestern Arkansas. Stop by their location in Hampton or Bearden or Hope today. For more information, you can visit their website at cabun.org or call 870-798-4299 and buy Stories, Floor, and Carpet. Dependable service before and after the sale. They do custom tile showers and kitchen backsplashes, and financing is available with approved credit at Stories, Floor, and Carpet. 2004 Lorraine and El Dorado, dial 870-862-9446. We got to get through this, man. Doc Bryce, you got what?
Man, I got Glenn Beck up next.
All right, KCXY, we'll be back.
News Talk 92, KBEU Beer Den.
I'm sorry, can you clarify that last sentence for me?
That means the news and talk of South Arkansas on News Talk 92, KBEU.
Warning of a $300 price of oil if we continue. Saudi Arabia said, yeah, we're not going to pump more oil, Joe Biden. We're actually on the side of Russia. That's good news. That's really good news. What does this actually mean? And what does it mean to you? We'll explain in 60 seconds. Ramon wrote in about his wife's experience with Relief Factor. He said, I ordered Relief Factor for my wife, and it really does work. In fact, I think it works better